What's going on, guys? Double AMP here, and we're back with another top five wrestling video for you guys. And of course, WrestleMania is coming up, obviously. Just, what do we got? We got a few more weeks yet. Um, we got like 5 weeks. But, anyways, we are going to be talking about our top five wrestlers at Mania. So, basically, the best performers at WrestleMania. How you guys feel about that one?
We're excited to be here. We are excited to talk about WrestleMania because WrestleMania season is one of the best times of the year to be a
Has
wrestler.
occurred.
That's
Mania's
right.
coming.
It's between the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, honestly. So
Exactly.
WrestleMania is no longer the showcase of the immortals. It's just a big show. It's really all it
Yep, two
is. And
nights
not
long.
that big show. No, no, no.
Hey, relax over there.
All right. So our top five performers at WrestleMania. So these are the best of the best. Um, so Andrew, who is your number five best performer?
Logan Paul. No, I'm just kidding.
It
Yeah,
wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me at all.
he is number one.
Probably.
Eh, Liv Morgan's number one, so relax.
Oh, nice.
Triple H, man, come on. He's been in
Honey,
so many.
honey, are you being serious?
Yeah,
All right, cool. That's my number five as well. Sweet.
perfect. Can't put him any higher, but also some of his freaking entrances for Mania is insane.
Mm-hmm.
And goes out there, does his job. He always puts on a great performance. Most of them over, eh, I'm saying at like a wrestler aspect, but
Oh yeah, yeah,
matches
yeah.
matches are usually, I'm gonna say they're
Every
pretty
Triple H
decently
match is
long.
like 35 minutes and up.
Yeah,
Yep.
He doesn't know when he doesn't need to go out and put on a 35-minute match. A
yep.
20-minute match is all he normally needed, not a
It's
35-minute
like
classic.
it's like when you saw him coming out, you knew he was gonna be on the card. It's like this is gonna be one of the matches that I'm gonna watch, and I'm probably gonna watch it a couple years, 10, 20 years later.
All
What do
right.
you gotta say about him, Nick?
I feel the same way, but Triple H has been good throughout the years. I'll say it's either his Undertaker match at Mania that I'd say is probably one of his best. But the other match, I personally, he made the list because of that match. It was WrestleMania 20. It was Redacted, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels.
Right.
Mm,
If you don't know who Redacted is, Google it.
Now I know who you're talking about.
You might not be able to find him. Reason for that.
Yep. Which I was just seeing the other day. Actually, it is out there because I saw it on Facebook, a
Okay.
video of it the other day. Um, People are saying that's like their favorite match like ever. You know, the best WrestleMania match. Um,
sorry.
like basically, everyone thinks that's like one of the greatest matches ever at WrestleMania.
It's because it was three really good workers at the time.
Right.
Like
Not a
Workhorse.
it,
fan.
it, it worked out great.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
No, really.
So,
But you
anyways,
were a fan.
Triple H was my number four. Um,
Okay.
so yeah, for the same reasons. Uh, his entrances are amazing, and um, all the matches.
That triple threat match probably put it on the number four level.
Yeah, and yes, it that boosted it up just that little bit, but huge fan of the Triple H Undertaker match for sure. Kind of ending the era and everything like that. Really good. So my number five,
Yeah, what's your
which,
number five, my guy?
yeah, you guys might have him higher, but it's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That's my number one.
Sorry, what was
No,
that?
I'm just kidding.
Is it?
He's my
It's
number
not even
three.
on Nick's list.
He's in the honorable mentions.
Three.
So, him and Rock, just the iconic matches they had. Really good. Um, and, you know, obviously face of the company. He's just the guy. So he was did he even he did lose at Mania to The Rock.
Yes.
Yep. But yeah. I mean, if you're talking WrestleMania, I always hear Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, and then you got his, just like Triple H, the entrance to get you all hyped up. Got the
Hmm.
stunner. It's
You you,
always,
you can even
Don't
say
get me wrong.
his WrestleMania 30 entrance with Hulk Hogan and The Rock in the ring was iconic in itself. So he's got
Don't
he's
get
got
me wrong.
good WrestleMania moments.
you
And
don't
then
gotta
he
tell
He's
me
came
all
back.
right.
twice.
Then he came back, a couple years ago, faced Kevin Owens. I mean, you know,
Don't get
he
me
made the
wrong.
look.
I like him. I like him. It's just I like other guys' personal attachment. It's a reason he didn't make my top five.
Right.
Fair enough.
So you guys know my number four. So Andrew, number four for you.
This guy's probably not gonna be on your list, but maybe it is. The Rock.
Well,
Honorable mention.
honorable mention.
I don't know how many times I can say this, but it's not even his entrances. It's really just like how he's not really like a great performer in the ring. Just like the way he like expresses or like pretty much like talk before and everything. Like his
Yeah,
mic
it's crazy.
skills before, it like makes you intrigued and want to watch the match. And like I said with Triple H, if you see him in the main event, you wanna see it, you wanna buy it, you wanna watch it, and you'll watch it time and time. What do you guys think about The Rock up there for four?
Well, the question I've got for you is, was once in a lifetime better or twice in a lifetime better?
Rock and Cena.
I gotta go with number one.
Okay, so where the Rock wins.
You wanna know why?
Okay.
Because I don't like John Cena.
Mm.
Here we go. So, anyways, yeah,
Listen, it's because The Rock. That's when how do I put this way? At that time, well, John Cena was like pretty much, well, he was already the face, but like The Rock was a face before, so you want the old timer to win, and then the second time, John Cena was like, it's my time to shine. He won. It's looking back a little old school. And the first match was definitely better than the second one.
Well, Rock got injured in the second one.
he did.
Tore right off his butt. Abdominal wall.
Couldn't tell
I think
you.
that was his injury. I think that was his injury.
Fought through it till the end of the match, but
Sure did, and then even raised his hand with it injured.
yeah. But yeah, The
Okay.
Rock definitely worthy of the list. He's my honorable mention. I already talked about it. You have Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock at WrestleMania. Iconic match. Rock wins. But I think for a lot of the younger fans now, he would make their list because of The Rock versus John Cena back to back manias. Um, first one was great. Second one was great. Um, I knew the first WrestleMania match between the two. I knew The Rock had to win because he just came back. Um, my biggest thing with number one was how are they going to end the match because you have two of the best wrestlers to ever go at it. how can you possibly have one of them lose? But, John Cena mocking the rock bottom ended up costing him the match. Or not the rock bottom, the people's elbow. Cost him the match, and I'm like, all right, I guess that's a good way to end it, because I just felt like they couldn't, they both couldn't pin each other just 1, 2, 3 after doing, a basic finisher. Like, something had to, like, mess them up,
Well,
to
what was it? I think it was WrestleMania when The Rock came back and everything, and was like he messed up his words, and then John Cena was just like, what did he
all
say?
the rest.
Yeah, The Rock actually got like really pissed about that,
He did.
and then John Cena explained it a couple years later. It was just like, yeah, it was just like there's a difference between being like like a professional asshole and being an asshole in real life, and he says that like he kind of regrets what he did because he knew
Yeah.
that like he was doing movies and everything, and he didn't need to come back. He wanted to come back.
Right. He didn't realize at the time how much of a toll trying to do both things would take
Yeah,
until he actually did it himself. And he said that in like a wrestler's world, I guess, if you see something like that, you're gonna use it because
yeah.
it's entertainment.
And then John Cena was like, I might be a hypocrite now because I come back now. I do movies. Like at the time, he was a little upset that like he was coming back from doing movies and everything.
Yeah,
And John
John
Cena was a full time
basically
wrestler.
turned into the same person. Yes,
Yeah.
but yeah, no. Anyways, yes, The
Nick.
Rock
Yep.
definitely worthy of a top five list. But not mine and Nick's. Honorable mentions because there's a couple of ones that are better than The Rock. Which Nick, you're number 4.
My number 4 is a personal favorite of mine. Everybody knows who I love. Everybody knows who one of my favorites is. Oh
Liv
man.
Morgan. Oh, my bad.
Oh. She's manly. Oh, okay. It's obviously Nia Jax.
Logan Paul.
It's Randy Orton. Randy Orton all day. Randy Orton's had some very good matches over his career at
I'm a big fan.
WrestleMania. I'm trying to think what his best match is at WrestleMania because I couldn't pick that out myself. I couldn't pick that out. I thought about it.
You could
Triple threat
easily pick
match.
any match with John Cena.
Triple threat match.
Triple threat. That might be it. I couldn't pick it out. I just like Randy. Randy's always been my guy. He's wrestled at Mania so many times, 12, something like that. He's wrestled at Mania quite a lot.
Chambers
I
9
mean,
time, right?
he started in what, like 04, roughly?
On Mania, I think it was 04, 05.
Which is 19, 20 years. So he hasn't wrestled at all of them, but I mean, a good solid probably 17, 18 WrestleManias he's been in. So,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
what I'm saying. Like I struggled to find a favorite match of Randy Orton's at WrestleMania for myself. I kept thinking about the Seth Rollins match, and then I was like, it was it wasn't bad, but it was a little sloppy in spots. So it's like,
yeah.
but I have a personal, I love Randy Orton. One of my favorites of all time. So
One
yeah,
of your favorites, your
a
favorite.
legend killer.
And you can
Oh, it
even
could be
go with
that.
Undertaker and Randy Orton at Mania because of that lead
I
up from
could,
Survivor Series. It just
I
painted the
could,
picture with that too.
I could. I didn't think about that one because I was when I'm thinking of the Undertaker, I'm thinking of one match and one match only.
Yep.
But yeah, Randy Undertaker, that'd probably be the pick then. We'll go with that one for the moment. That's
I mean,
Come
honestly, a
on.
lot of mine on the list made the list because of that one specific guy we were just talking
Yeah,
about. It's like, you know,
exactly. We know.
alrighty.
So your number three, Hector?
My number three is the 16-time WWE or World Champion,
Ric Flair?
John Cena.
He's an honorable mention.
Same.
My guy. Always been my guy, John
Hmm.
Cena. Um, I
Don't
mean,
even know who he is.
I think what he has the most title defenses at Mania. Um, or yeah, I'm pretty sure he has the
Uh,
most title defenses.
if not, he's got to be right there because
Yeah,
between U.S. titles, heavyweight titles, WWE titles, he's up there.
yeah. His
You have a,
entrances at Mania, like with Triple H, pretty good.
do
I
you have,
think it
do you
was
have a special?
WrestleMania 23.
Him and HBK?
Which one
That
was it
one?
when the one when he drove through the
Glass Pane, Ford Field 23. Yeah,
yeah
because
20
he wrestled HBK year before he wrestled Triple H at 22.
yeah. But I mean, yeah, John Cena, WrestleMania, and he's at my
Mhm.
number three for a reason because number one and two are, you know, next
Your
to none.
number one and two, your number one and two, or my number one and two. They better be his number one and two.
Are
It's
they?
just which order.
Yes.
We all know which way
Oh,
it's going for me.
I mean, and if those other two never existed, John Cena would be number one for me. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, John Cena.
If neither of them were if one and two didn't show up, John Cena definitely might have been my number one. He might have leaped over Orton.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It
Yeah,
really is.
I
But
think
yep,
about
John Cena, as Michael Cole would say, the greatest of all time. You know, I mean, there he is, number three, one of the
it.
best WrestleMania wrestlers.
Well, I think my number two is your guys' number one. So
Wait, you're at
Oh,
number three?
we're on number three.
no, no, Stone Cold. We already talked about
Oh,
him.
Oh, okay.
I forgot about that. Okay, so when it comes to
So
me, when it comes to me, my guy.
That is true. It's Stone Cold Steve Austin. I mean, obviously worthy of the list. It's kind of
Exactly.
hard. You could easily do a top 10 on this one too. So
You could.
I was gonna tell you my number one because I know what your number two.
Okay, but you don't know what my number three is yet.
it's
Oh,
true.
I'll go for
My
it, my
number
bad.
three is from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. He is maybe my number one superstar of all time. It's a
Christian.
toss up. It's a toss up. He might say, "You think you know me." It might be the rated R superstar. It might be Edge. That man had some hell of good matches at WrestleMania. His
Especially
match with Mick Foley at 22, where he went through the flaming table,
my
that's a
favorite
good
one of
match.
his personally.
Yeah,
So
that's a
good.
good match.
Not a fan.
This is heel Drew. Like he wants to be the heel in this.
Buddy, you need to just watch out. Coming through the fucking window behind you. He's lurking. He's coming. He's going to hit you with a spear.
He ain't coming.
Hell, Orton might be coming. He's going to hit you with an RKO.
Spear. Wait, Roman Reigns? Goldberg?
Might. He might be. He might be.
Rhino,
He might be. But Edge
Flair.
has had some very good matches. Another match that he had that was really good. Undertaker Edge.
Trash.
Oh yeah.
All
And
right.
then him and John Cena, obviously, some good
I was
matches.
vacuuming during that match before I even knew what a vacuum was.
There you go.
You still
There
don't
you
know.
go. You thought he was a woman just with the long hair.
I did.
That's what you thought about me when I had the long hair for the longest time.
That's true.
So Hector, number
All
two.
right. So let's see if we're in sync here with 1 and 2.
Or not.
So my number 2
My
is
number one.
Mr. WrestleMania, Shawn Michaels.
Nope.
My number two is Mr. is Mr. WrestleMania, Shawn Michaels.
Now I know what you're thinking, Nick. Well, his name's Mr. WrestleMania. He's definitely number 1. But I can't count out the accomplishment of my number 1. So
Mm-hmm.
Shawn Michaels is number 2, and so many good WrestleMania matches, but obviously Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker, both the WrestleMania matches were like two of the greatest matches I've ever seen in my life.
I
Mm-hmm.
100% agree with that.
Shawn Michaels is Mr. WrestleMania. And as far as a wrestling aspect, yes, he's the greatest performer at WrestleMania. But
Yeah. Mm.
my number 1 is
I
my,
know what your number one is. It's my
it's
number
my
two.
personal favorite at WrestleMania.
My personal favorite is your number two. But my man, 25. So he had back to back best matches in Ric Flair at 24, Undertaker at 25. Because I think 25, the first match between HBK and Taker, probably was better.
Right.
Watching it back, I think 25 was better. So he had back to back really good matches. And the year before, he had what, John Cena at 23. So, like, a 3 year stretch was just fantastic. But
Yeah.
for me, he's number one because of the Ric Flair match.
Right.
Hmm.
Because the storytelling in that match and with the I love you, it just,
I mean, I agree. That match is
it's,
one of the best. Like, I can rewatch that match over and over again.
mm-hmm.
It's so good. Him and Shawn Michaels.
Yep.
Yep.
It's the only reason it made it to number one. Don't get me wrong. The Undertaker is a very gifted wrestler. He's my number two. Very gifted, well deserving of number one. If I could do a one and a 1A, I sure as fuck would do it.
Yeah.
Sure would.
Well, we obviously
But
know what me and Hector's ones are.
yes, that's what I'm
Undertaker, and
saying.
number two
It's
is
my number two, your number one. Like
Yep.
Undertaker went 22-0 before he lost?
shouldn't have lost.
Or was it 21-0?
No. Wasn't he 24-0 or 23
No,
and 0?
No, I thought it was 22-0, and then he lost to Brock Lesnar at 30.
I'm
Who's
sorry.
also now redacted. Yeah,
Technically, you're in the
redacted.
lose now.
Yeah, redacted again, and then he lost 2 years later at 32 against Roman.
Yeah.
Was that one?
what?
Was
What'd
it
you
2 years?
say?
Undertaker lost to redacted Lesnar,
Yeah,
Yep.
and then he lost to Roman Reigns. I think it was 2 years later. Might have been three.
it was 21 years.
Yep. 21 in a
So,
row.
so he went 21-0, lost, and then lost again to Roman. Like he was good.
He should have lost to Shawn Michaels if that was going to be the case at the
Well,
end of
that's the
everything
thing.
going on.
Me personally, I would have let him go and never lose. That's just me.
Obviously, yeah. Why would they make it? Why would they do
Oh,
that? There's no point.
I thought the Undertaker wanted to end the streak at some point.
he
So
did, but I mean, just he went that far. You only had what,
and
five?
it wasn't even the plan. It just after so many people were just like, "Wait, he's never lost yet." And then it became a thing. I think he went like 7 or 8 WrestleManias in a row before anyone even realized that he hasn't lost yet.
Yeah. For me, it would have been better marketing to Roman to not have him lose and then have superstars later on down the line trying to beat it at what, 27, 28 0?
Yeah.
Something unbeatable, unheard of. You get a wrestler, he goes 14-0, then you can have a whole story. Oh, so how's he going to do at WrestleMania? How's he going to do at WrestleMania this year? Ooh, is this going to be the wrestler that's going to beat him this time? You had so many opportunities.
Well, now
Yeah.
I wish it was Roman that beat him because he's the face of the company now. It would have made him. I mean, you can't really make him bigger than he is now, but it'd been like, oh my god, this guy cannot be defeated. He's the only one that beat Undertaker.
If Roman was like main event caliber at that point, he would have.
Yeah.
They tried. Didn't get there.
They beat him, and then on Monday
Yeah.
the next night, it was his yard now,
Got
and
booed out of
they
the building.
not like that.
No. Well, yes. All right. Bianca Belair, just a little side note. She is currently undefeated at WrestleMania, I believe.
With how many victories?
5. I think she's got 5.
Wow, 5-0. All right.
I want to say she's 5-0 at WrestleMania.
Streak starts now from this podcast. 5-0 at Mania.
I want to say it's 5-0. Now you're gonna make me look. God damn it.
You heard it first here. While
Don't
Nick's
care.
looking that up, Andrew, do you have any honorable mentions for performers at WrestleMania?
John Cena,
Okay.
Hulk Hogan, Hulkamania, Edge, Randall Keith Orton. Yeah, that's it for mine.
Okay.
Alberto Del Rio,
Okay.
Eugene.
I was
My fault. I gave her too many wins. She is 3-0 at WrestleMania coming into this year.
You heard it here first, folks. The streak starts now. I was just thinking when we did the other video, when Nick was naming off his matches, I should have said, what? At the end of each one of them. Or, yeah.
What a douche.
Yeah.
Who else is up there? Anybody?
All right. My honorable mentions are The Rock, which we talked about in Andrew's list.
Mm-hmm.
Bret Hart, no one said. Good at WrestleMania. And I have Edge. And,
Okay.
Edge didn't make it in my. I mean, it's so hard to do a top 5 because you could literally put any. I mean, 1 and 2 is what it is, but your 3 and 5 could literally be substituted out for multiple people.
Mick Foley.
Yeah, I mean, as far as matches for McFoley at Mania, I mean, not
really.
top 5, but
I'm saying matches in general though. Not even Mania.
I mean, we could do a top 5 on greatest matches of all time, and Mick Foley might make a couple of them, but Hell in a Cell, Undertaker,
No.
Mick Foley, or Mankind at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Edge, and obviously him and Mick Foley. That's one of my favorite. Not saying it's one of the best or greatest. I mean, it could be, but it's one of my favorite WrestleMania matches ever. Such a good match.
Nick, you got any honorable mentions?
Obviously, come on. We got you with your Stone Cold Steve Austin picks. Okay, we got this.
What?
We got your John Chamas of the world.
What?
What?
We got your Ric Flairs of the world.
What?
What?
Kurt Angle.
Oh.
Kurt Angle. Didn't have too many. After what, 06 he left for TNA?
Didn't he
that
triple Kurt Angle, Rey Mysterio,
and Randy, I think was
Randy Orton. Was that a WrestleMania triple threat match?
I think that was 06.
Rey Mysterio? Honorable mention?
He didn't.
Yeah, the year he won that match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got Like Kurt Angle had some good matches. Then you got Dwayne the Buff Eyebrow. And then you got some big dog that thinks he runs some yard.
Yeah, head of the table.
He thinks he's got a one finger or something. I don't know. That guy, Roman Reigns.
The only reason I didn't have him in there is because he needs more. You know what I mean? Not
Well,
that
he,
he has
he needs
here long enough, but
he needs more. He's been forced down our throats for so long, but you gotta give the guy accomplishments for
he's
what
he, he's been taking it very well.
Yes.
He's
So he wasn't ever gonna make my top 5, but I'll give the man his due. He's up there in the top 11, 10.
maybe in 20 more years we'll do another top 5 performers at Mania, and maybe Roman Reigns will
Nah, he
make the
won't.
list.
At
Well,
that point, John Cena is going to be your number 1.
Yeah,
You'll forget all about HBK with that memory that we got.
that's right.
well, I got 2 more. I got Logan Paul, and then obviously my wife, Liv Morgan. So
Not even close.
What has she
but
even? What has she even done at Mania other than compete in the women's battle royale
that's all she
or a
needs to
women's
do.
tag team match?
Did she even hold the women's title till Mania?
I think she held the women's tag titles at a point. Maybe she might not have had it during Mania. She was in a match for them.
It's all right. She's
So this
making her
is
way up there.
episode of Andrew
Hold
has
on.
no
Hold.
idea.
Nick, give us our sponsor real quick. What game's coming
What?
out?
What game's coming out? If you haven't gotten it already, it might be too late at this point because this game this game is out as of today. This game is WWE 2K24. It's too late to pre-order it for digital copies and your 40 years of WrestleMania. But you can go out and pick up the standard edition of WWE 2K24. Available now. Go.
On what
Get
console?
it. On what console? That's a console for you to pick.
Xbox,
For you to
PlayStation,
look up.
PC.
PC.
I think they have it for PC, actually.
Yeah.
I think they do. You can go get it for your Xbox. Go get it for your PlayStation. Just go. Go get it. Play all these matches.
Yeah.
It's in the 40 years of WrestleMania. You got your 21 matches in that showcase mode. Go play it.
Gotta.
Oh yeah.
Hector, send her out.
All right. Just so everyone knows, WWE 2K24 is not a sponsor, but we would love you to be. So if you would like to sponsor us,
Oh, yeah.
you're gonna have to watch the whole video to the end, and then maybe WWE will see us and be like, "Oh yeah, let's sponsor these guys." So, anyways, not a sponsor. We'd love you to be a sponsor. This has been Double AMP out. It's been our top 5 wrestlers at Mania or performers at WrestleMania, which
Wrestlers.
HBK is number 2, Undertaker's number 1, and this has been Double AMP out. Peace.
Peace.